Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hi from the UK. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon or evening, as it is in Turkey. My name is Julie Palmer-Yanni, and I am from the University of Plymouth, which is located in the southwest of the UK. So what is going to happen in today's session? I'm just going to give you a small introduction to the university, the types of courses that we are offering at our university in Plymouth, the fees and living expenses, and of course an update on our 2020 entry for those of you that are looking to join us now in September this year. And then at the end, we'll have a question and answer session. So if you have any questions to answer or ask, then please do so in the message. So our location. So as you can see from the map, we are located in the southwest of the UK. We are around 3 hours by train from central London, and because we're in the southwest of the UK, we are amongst the lowest cost of living in the UK as a city. So the small city, 300,000 population, and we are right on the ocean. So I know that wherever you're from in the coastline of Turkey, you've got the beautiful seas, and we also have that too. Not as warm as in Turkey, but we have beautiful beaches and ocean. The great thing about our campus is it's a city centre campus, which means we are right in the middle of the city. So all of the facilities that you would need, including your accommodation, is right in the city centre. And you're only a 15-minute walk from the seafront. You can see around there we have the 5-minute walk, the 10-minute walk, and the 15-minute walk, and that shows you how close everything is within the city of Plymouth. We are one of the UK's top modern universities, and we were second in the Times Higher rankings in 2018. We're one of the second safest cities to live in the UK. And we have lots of things for you to do extracurricular. So things like sports and clubs, societies. And of course, because we're on the ocean, a lot of those clubs are also kind of sea related, ocean related. So we have swimming, sailing, windsurfing, rowing, and of course diving. So there's all kinds of different things you can get involved in, as well as sports clubs, of course. That's football and basketball, and also the different societies. Here are a couple of our graduates who are from Turkey, and I just wanted to show you just a couple of them, because in our website we have a lot of information from our graduates, and they will tell you how their experience was in the university. Some of them that are currently studying, they will have blogs, so you can see how they're coping with their work, how they're coping with the different kind of society that we have here in the UK, and just how great Plymouth is as a destination. We have 3 faculties in the University of Plymouth, and the first one here is the Faculty of Science and Engineering. So we have lots of different engineering and science courses, and you can see there the different strands. So for engineering, let's say we have architectural, civil, electrical, mechanical, and robotics. Again, because we're on the ocean, we are very well known for our marine and ocean sciences. So marine biology, oceanography, hydrography at masters, ocean sciences, marine conservation, etc. Computing and mathematics, things like cybersecurity, which is very, very important in today's world, and data modeling, games development. These are what we're known for in our computing and mathematics. We have earth, geography and environments, that's environmental sciences and management, biological sciences, and of course, chemistry. So that is our Faculty of Science and Engineering. Our arts, humanities and business, things like in design, architecture, performing arts, humanities, business, our shipping and logistics, supply chain, which is becoming from our maritime history, tourism, hospitality, HR, marketing, and we also have international relations and politics and law and criminology. We have a very large faculty of health, which covers a lot of different health options, if you are interested in studying any of these. Things like the biomedical sciences, so things like nutrition, dietetics, and healthcare sciences, biomedical sciences, and health professions, things like optometry, which looking for the eyes, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, and dietetics, of course, which I've said. Nursing, adult nursing, child nursing, mental health nursing, lots of different areas of nursing that we cover. And of course, psychology. So we have the BSc and the Masters in Psychology and the clinical psychology, which I think is very popular from Turkey. So our health area covers a large area in the southwest of the UK, and for a lot of the courses there will be work placements that could be spread around that area. So you need to make sure that you know that that is an option. It may not be that you are covering a placement in Plymouth, it might be in one of the outlying areas. Our teaching hospital, which is called Derriford, that is run together with the University of Plymouth and the National Health Service. Our medicine courses, we have Bachelors of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, or we have the Bachelor of Dental Surgery. So as you can see, the entry requirements for these courses are very much higher than the remainder of courses in the university. So tuition fees are very high. 2 years preclinical, so those are the 2 years that you spend mostly in the classroom, and then you have the 3 years full-time clinical, which is where you would be in your hospital or clinic environment. We also require the UK CAT or the GAMSAT for those of you that are non-school leavers, or the school leavers is the UK CAT. And we always ask for higher level studies in biology and chemistry for entry. And of course, we have the IELTS score, which is 7.5 for entry into medicine. We do have the option of the University of Plymouth International College, which is a foundation and a pre-masters college, which is located on our campus. And it offers lots of foundation pathways. So if you haven't got the correct entry requirements for a direct entry into the university, you can either go on a foundation course, or the ones in red are also available at pre-masters level. So that would mean you would spend 1 year in the foundation or the pre-masters, and then you would carry on to your course onto the university the year after. This is on our campus, so you use all the same facilities as if you were in the university, and you are guaranteed a place on your course of choice from the foundation pathway once you successfully complete the foundation year. So our entry requirements into the direct entry into the university. For undergraduate, we require applicants to have completed, now you must excuse me, I don't know how you would say it in Turkish, but I would have a go. Devlet Lise Diploması, which is the state high school diploma, as I understand it, or the Lisa Bitirme Diploması, please don't laugh, with an overall score of 75% for direct entry onto year one of a degree programme. For the postgraduate, we require applicants to have completed the Lisans Diploması or the Mühendis Diploması, which is the engineering degree. And you can see below, for most of our courses, we require the UK equivalent of a 2-1. Some of our courses accept a 2-2. So you can see that it would be a GPA from 2.4 and onwards. So as I was saying, in Plymouth, the living costs are a lot lower than if you were in the other parts of the UK. So the UK VI, which is the UK Immigration Authority, they require that you need to budget for £1,015 per month to live in the UK. So that's not including London. London is higher. But in Plymouth, you wouldn't really need that amount. You could easily live into £700 to £800 a month in Plymouth. Excuse me. So it is a cheaper option than the rest of the UK. And one thing is also because we do have very good links in the city, and all of the accommodation is in the centre, so you have no transportation costs once you're there. Everything is within walking distance. So you can see from our tuition fees, our undergraduate fee is £13,800 and the postgraduate taught fee £14,800. Now we do offer, excuse me, international scholarships, and there are various international scholarships, and it depends on your scores, your either school work or your undergraduate degree scores, as to whether you exceed our entry requirements, and therefore you would be eligible for one of our scholarships. So for this year, let's say for 2020, we've had 3 different types of scholarships, the international scholarships. And if you were over your entry requirement when you received your results, you would automatically receive £2,000 off your tuition fee. And to keep that, usually that is just for year one. But we have this incentive for you. So if you finish your first year with 60% or above, you would receive 10% of your next year's tuition fee. And then that would carry through right through to the end of the course. So every year, as long as you receive 60% pass rate at the end of each year, you would get your 10% off your tuition fee. If you receive 20%, if you receive, sorry, 70% off your overall grade at the end of each year, then you would receive 20% off your tuition fee for the following year. We also have the academic excellence scholarships, So unfortunately for this year, 2020, they have now been awarded. So this is relevant for only those of you that are going to be applying for 2021. So an academic excellence scholarship gives you 50% off your tuition fees. And again, that is in year one. You have to be an outstanding student, have an outstanding, a very, very good, excellent academic record, and maybe done something a little extra towards your studies. If you receive 70% or above at the end of each year, you would then receive the 50% scholarship for those years, subsequent years. Now, it's not offered by every faculty, these two scholarships. They're only for courses that are in business, engineering and sciences. Nursing and health professions, they have their own £2,000 scholarship. And the 50% is available for business, engineering and science programs. We also have postgraduate merit scholarships, and we have the School of Psychology scholarship, which is for undergraduate and postgraduate taught programs, except for the DCLIN, and that is around £4,000 off your tuition fee. So that would bring it down quite considerably. Accommodation. I mentioned that the accommodation is within walking distance from the university. Halls of residence, they are run by the university, and their average cost is around £100 to £150 per week. They are mainly single rooms, either with a shared bathroom if you're in, let's say, a flat. So an apartment, a cluster flat, where you would have your own bedroom and your own sink, but you would share maybe a shower and a bathroom with another two people or three people. And we also have ensuite rooms. So that's where which means your own bed, bathroom and your own shower. So there's lots of different types of accommodation that you can have a look at. And usually we pair students together with those that have the same interests. And like I said, all the bills are included. It's walking distance to the campus, and you're very well looked after. You can see the cluster of them in around the Plymouth University map there. So all of the ones that are in pink, Mary Newman, Francis Drake, they are on the actual campus. And then we have the student village to the south east of the campus. So that's where you could find Robbins Hall, the Dairy, Frobisher, and those accommodations. And then we have two others, Discovery Heights and Central Point, which are in the city centre. There's also lots of private accommodation available. And again, they are only a 10-minute walk from the university, and the bills are usually included. And when I say the bills, that means your internet access and your electricity and gas that you may be using to cook with. So that's all included. So for those of you that are looking for 2020 entry, then I just wanted to give you an update of what's happening here at the university due to COVID-19, the coronavirus. And we just wanted to make sure that you know that we have key principles. They are safety first. So we always put your safety as a student and also staff safety first. We make sure that we're following all the rules and the guidelines that our UK government have set. And we are being a lot more flexible and making changes as soon as, the guidelines have been changed as soon as we can. So we're just trying to keep up with what's happening in the UK. Just to give you some kind of information here in the southwest. Coronavirus cases are very low compared to the rest of the UK. Because we are a smaller city, we're also we're close to the ocean. Everything is more spread. So you haven't got a big city where you've got lots of people together. So we have a lot lower cases of COVID than the rest of the UK, which is very good. So we are aiming to start this term this September. So we're expecting those of you who want to come to Plymouth in 2020 to arrive with us in September. And visa offices, I understand, are now opening. And I hope they're open in Istanbul and maybe Izmir. We are waiting on arrivals information. I know that there are flights to and from Istanbul at the moment. And social distancing, we have social distancing at the moment. We have reopened our restaurants, our shops, but like you in Turkey, we have to wear masks when we are in close proximity, close to other people. So if you're looking for 2020 and you have not looked at accommodation yet, you need to look at accommodation availability now. But make sure that you don't sign any contracts or pay any deposits until you're sure, you've got your flight, you've got your place at the university, and you know when you are coming. There's lots of accommodation in Plymouth, and you're not going to have a problem finding something, even if it's too late, if it's late in the cycle. I've just had a question I can see here. Could you please inform us about the application deadline? So the application deadline for 2020 has passed. We usually don't accept university applications past the 31st of July. We are getting some applications in, but at the moment it's the process called clearing starts tomorrow. So those of you that have done maybe A-levels are from the international schools, then you will be receiving your results either today or tomorrow. So you will have already applied somewhere. If you find that you haven't got a place where you have applied to, then we would be looking at offering a place if you made a late application. But in normal cases, 31st of July is the usual deadline. For the 50% academics excellence scholarship, usually each year the deadline is the 30th of June. So for that, you would just need to have an offer of a place at the university. So you don't have to have confirmed your place, you just have to have an offer of the place. And then you could apply for the 50% scholarship. But like I said, that is now only available for next September. If you're still looking to come and you want our university halls, we are not asking for a deposit for our halls this year because of the uncertainty with some students not being able to arrive in time. So we are looking for students just to pay 2 weeks rent in advance, and you would only pay that once you've confirmed that you've got your flight and you're definitely joining us. So additional arrangements for academic requirements, English language, and the course delivery. So that's what I'm going to cover now. So for academic requirements, we this year are going to be offering a flexible enrolment. That means that you can enroll onto your course online or in person. And what we're doing is we're offering a solution. So it's a blended learning solution. So some of our lectures will be online some of the seminars and tutorials are going to be either online or in person. And in-person classes are going to be small numbers of students in larger spaces throughout the university. Timetable and classroom adjustment will be changed as the needs are set out. So that means if the changes happen with the COVID and we have to go into lockdown, then maybe you'll do more lectures online. But at the moment, the blended learning, it's going to be a mixture of lectures online, seminars and tutorials in person. For English language this year, we are accepting other forms of English language confirmation. So rather than just the basic IELTS, we will also accept IELTS indicator test. These are all online courses that you can do from your home. The TOEFL home edition, and also Duolingo online. So Duolingo online will be for this year, 2020 only. Accommodation option question here. Is campus accommodation option guaranteed for the first year? As long as you have you get to your offer of your place and you start looking at your accommodation in June, when you've got your place, June, July, then yes, we will give you accommodation for the first year. It is on campus. That is the usual thing, you know, as a first year student, you would be guaranteed halls of residence. So again, for the academic part of the change this year, we are offering some of our courses with January starts. So this is something that we haven't offered in Plymouth for the past few years, but we have a range of postgraduate courses that we can now offer with a January start rather than a September start. So here is the list here: business and management, tourism, hospitality, finance, international business, from the Faculty of Arts, high performance, smart urban futures, photography, integrated design, and for the arts you can see there music, history, performance training. The undergraduate top-up courses, so those are mainly for our Chinese students, but I know in some instances if you have taken an undergraduate course in Turkey and you want to finish in the UK, then maybe some of these top-up courses, which are one-year courses, they would be available from January also. So what you can do now for 2020 start is, if you've got your offer, accept it, meet the conditions. So, you know, if they've asked you for certificates from your university or certificates from your school, then you need to let us have those. Pay your tuition fee once you've been asked. Make sure that your passport's in date, and you know, check with your visa offices, make sure they're open. Look at your accommodation options and then enroll online if you're asked to do so. So I think that is all I have to say at the moment. Just to let you know, we everywhere in the world now is in such a difficult position. You may not feel happy to move country during this crisis. You know, you might prefer to stay in Turkey. If you have an offer of a place and you didn't feel as though you wanted to move country this year, then there is flexibility with deferring your entry for this year to next year, or you could take the option to maybe start in January if your course has those enrollment availability. So if there are any questions, please do use the chat. I can see that a lot of people are saying hello to me, which is lovely. Thank you very much. Let's just see if there's any more questions. I see I've answered. Could you please inform us about the application deadline? Is the on-campus accommodation option guaranteed for the first year? Yes. So has anyone else got any questions?
Julia, we have more questions in questions box.
Yes, okay. I can see some, I can see one.
Checks.
Does participating student exchange programs abroad and in doing internships here in Turkey or abroad help to receive scholarship? I mean, it would help, yes. I mean, basically the academic excellence scholarship is what it says, academic excellence. So if you have a very good results from your school, but you've also been involved in some of these extra programs, so internships or exchange programs, that really does help your application for scholarship. The reason being is we do get, of course, hundreds of applications for the scholarships. They are looked at by a panel. So first of all, they would look at your academic excellence, but then if you have got extra things that you've done, like your exchange program or your work experience in the field that you have, you're interested in, then yes, of course, that will make your application go further up the chain, the list, when we're looking at them, definitely. I hope that's answered the question. Any other?
Yes, there are some questions in questions box.
Okay, I can see. Okay, questions. Okay, I was looking at the chat. Sorry. Okay, loading questions. Okay, I've got them. So, do you have scholarships for postgraduates taught or research programs? Yes, the postgraduate taught programs. I've already mentioned those. There are the 50% scholarship or the automatic £2,000 scholarship. So they are for undergraduate and postgraduate taught courses. For research programs, we don't have scholarships as such, but we do have what they call studentships. So those are, they're like work-based scholarships in a way. They're called studentships, and if they are actually advertised on our web pages. So if we have a studentship that is has availability, so it's probably something around your area of interest, because these studentships are for specific bits of research. So you would need to be aware of that specific part of the research to be able to apply for the studentship. And usually they are either with an academic in the university, or they could be with a local employer who has a relationship with the university and are looking for a studentship or a PhD researcher to do some work around a certain area. So usually those are around £15,000 That's what you would be paid a year. So you would be able to find your accommodation and your living costs and follow that studentship. But for scholarships for research, the only way you would get funded research opportunities would be if you managed to find a academic in the university who's got a certain part of research area that he has got a grant for, and that grant includes a salary for a PhD researcher. So it would be, you would need to, first of all, if you're looking for a PhD research, you would need to make sure that what your area of expertise is and what you want to research aligns with what we research in the university. If that works and the academic would like to support you and he has a grant for this specific research, then that would be the way that you would have a research kind of scholarship. But that is the only way. Otherwise, it is a paid, you would have to pay for your research for the 3 years. The research fees are a lot lower, of course. They range from, I think, around 6,800 to around 9,10, depending on what type of research. But if you're looking for funded research, then you need to really look at the studentships. So let me start from the bottom of the list. So could you please tell us about language requirements? Okay, so the language requirements, usually we would want a 6.5 for a postgraduate degree. If it is with health, it would be a 7, that's IELTS. And for an undergraduate degree, we would need a 6 in IELTS with no less than 5.5 in each component. So that's your reading, your listening, your speaking, and your reading, listening, speaking, and the other one. Can't remember what the other one is now. It's late in the afternoon. So there's 4 different components. So as long as you've got a 6 overall for undergraduate, if you can't get a 6, then or you can't get a 6.5 for your postgraduate, then you could do a English pre-sessional English program for before you arrive. This year we did them online so that you could get up to your right IELTS score before you arrive. So you need to look out for that if you're looking for next year. If you don't get your 6 in English for undergraduate or your 6.5 for postgraduate, then you could go through the foundation route. So for foundation, if you want to do a foundation, it's a minimum of 5.5 for foundation route in IELTS. So does participating student exchange programs abroad? I've done that one. Okay. Do you have scholarships for international relations and politics? Yes, we do. So international relations and politics is part of the business school. So they do participate in the scholarship scheme. So that's either the £2,000 off your tuition fee or the 50% scholarship, which is for your academic excellence. What are the most popular programs? So in our university, we are very well known for our marine programs. So marine, anything maritime related, so that's the sciences, biology, marine biology, ocean sciences, also our maritime and logistics courses. We also have a growing reputation in the performing arts. So that's acting and dance, music. And we have a very, very good reputation in our medical and health professions. So that's any of the medical and health professions courses in the university. So that's anything like nutrition, dietetics, the nursing, the medicine, the dentistry, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, psychology. We have a very good reputation in all of those. So international student rate in total student number. So we have around 3,000 international students in the university, and that is from around 130 different countries. We have a very large, of course, UK population of students. So we have around 18 to 20,000 students at any one time at the university. So 3,000 of those would be international, and the remainder would be UK students. We have probably, I would say, around between 20 and 30 Turkish students. We have many students from the Far East. So that could be from China, also from Malaysia, Singapore. We have a few also, well, quite a few from India. We also have students from Europe, so from Holland, Germany, France, Greece, and where else from Europe? From the north, so we have Norwegian and Swedish, and Danish students. They seem to come to us for anything marine related or maritime related. Yeah, so it's USA, the islands, so the Caribbean islands. We get the Africa. The main area that I work with is North Africa and East Africa. So that's places like Zimbabwe, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. We have a few students from Nigeria and Ghana, and from Egypt. So yeah, so everywhere from all around the world, and it's a great mix of students. And because we have a safe campus, you know, and everyone is very friendly, everyone gets on, and it's a really good atmosphere here on the campus. We're one of those campuses where it's very not laid back, because we expect you to work, but we really do like you to have a work-life balance. Okay, so you work hard, but you also enjoy your spare time, your free time, in the lovely area that we offer here. So we have, is it possible for foreign students to work as an assistant while studying for a master's degree? And if it is, do assistants get a salary in the University of Plymouth? So with foreign students, you do have some regulations with regard to your visa. So if you come to the UK on a Tier 4 visa, which is a student visa, you are only allowed to work for a maximum of 20 hours per week on your student visa. So you wouldn't be able to have a full-time job. It would be a part-time job. You are very welcome to apply for any of the jobs that are available in the university. So we have our own recruitment area in the university, and students and staff have access to all of the jobs that are available at the university. There's also a very, very good job shop. So that job shop is on the main campus, and they offer, they have advertised lots of jobs either in the university or also outside of the university. So you are able to work while you are doing your degree. The problem with the master's degree and working is that as the master's degree in the UK is only 1 year. The courses are very intense. So you have to be very good at time management to be able to work and study, because you're here to study in the main, not to work. So you have to make sure that you have that balance between doing well in your studies and maybe trying to support yourself, with some extra money while you're here. Assistance, the assistance within the course doesn't really usually come up. You're looking at maybe being a student ambassador. So student ambassadors are students that are in the university, they're studying, and we use their services for any events that we might be having, or we might ask you to take part in online events or anything that we're doing with international students. We're always looking for international student ambassadors. So that is a really good thing to get involved in. And not forgetting that we do have a minimum wage in the UK. So you cannot be paid any less than, I think it's around £8.50 an hour. So if you do that for, let's say, 20 hours a week, you could earn yourself, around £160 a week to live off, or supplement your income as it is. But, it depends on what type of work that you would find. But you are limited to the 20 hours a week. So, yeah, I've mentioned that, working on campus, scholarships. You mentioned Plymouth is a small city and I want to work in the UK after graduation. Are there job opportunities for engineers? The southwest of the UK has developed amazingly over the past, let's say, 5 years. So a lot of businesses have come to the southwest of the UK and set up in the area. So yes, there are quite a few positions available as engineers. We have big marine engineering companies. We have local factories. So things like making all kinds of different things. I can't even think about them all now, but there's so many where engineers are required. So yes, there is possibilities. Or you could work, other parts of the UK. You're not set here. And don't forget, from October 2021, we do have the new graduate employment visa, which will be available for all of those that are graduating. So that means that you are able to stay in the UK for up to 2 years to find yourself employment. So you need to be employed in the UK. And you can use the employment can be any type of employment. It doesn't have to be in the field, but to be able to be eligible for that, you need to evidence that you have engaged with your course during your studies, that you have done well in your studies, and then they would give you the graduate visa for the 2 years. So you have to make sure that you can't just come to the university or to the UK and think you'll automatically get the visa. You won't. If you have to, there are certain conditions that you'll have to have passed to be able to get the visa. And the main thing was that you have to make sure that you have been engaged with your program while you're studying. So that's the main thing. Even though we're a small city, if you're interested in business or tourism, because we are a big tourist area, there are always lots of availability of jobs. Again, though, this year, tourism has been really badly hit with the coronavirus problem, and a lot of businesses have been shut for the past few months. And everywhere in the world now, the employment rate is going to go up. The unemployment rate. So, even though jobs will be available when we all come out of this, it is going to be very competitive. So you have to make sure that you are a good candidate for the job that you require. So how much does it cost a mechanical engineering master degree prices for 2 years? So we have the masters at the moment. We only have the Mech Eng. We don't have in mechanical engineering. So we have the Mech Eng from undergraduate level, which is a 4-year degree. We don't have the masters in mechanical engineering. We only have the masters in electrical, electronic, and civil engineering or robotics. So unfortunately, we don't have a master's in mechanical engineering at the university. We do have advanced engineering design, and that is a 1-year course. At the moment, we don't offer work placements with our master's courses in most cases. So they are just a 1-year degree. So the course, you would probably, if you don't get the scholarship, it would be £14,800 for the tuition fee for the year. And for living costs, you would need to, I think around, to make sure that you're comfortable, around £9,000 to £10,000. You probably won't need that, but I would say you would need to think about an overall cost of £25,000 so that you're comfortable. That's for the 1 year. The data analytics, again, that is the same price, £14,800. If you are a very good student and you receive a scholarship, so if you receive a scholarship for this year for your academic excellence, it will be £2,000 off your tuition fee, which would bring it down to £12,800. But I know that some of the courses have reduced their costs, the tuition fees this year. So I haven't got a list of them in front of me. So I would suggest that you do go onto the website and find the course that you're interested in and have a look at the tuition fee for that particular course. The overall course tuition fees are £14,800, but I know that some of them, especially the engineering and science courses, they have reduced their tuition fees for this year. So please do go and have a look on the website for those. But that's just for 2020 entry. I think that might be it. So if I can have a look at the data and analytics, I might be able to have a look.
Julia, yes, it looks like all questions are done. Merhaba arkadaşlar tekrar. Eğer sorularınız varsa, ilave sorularınız varsa yazabilirsiniz. Eğer bittiyse sorularınız, Julia sunumunu tamamladı. Burada bitiriyor olacağız. Thank you so much, Julia, for your great presentation.
I hope it was informative.
Definitely.
Yes,
It
good.
was very informative.
Good, good. If anyone needs any further information, then of course are available. My colleague Anna, who was supposed to be taking the webinar today, she is your contact at the university and her email address is on screen, or of course you can contact IEFT, and we are here to help in any way we can, so please do get in contact.
Julia, could you please write your email to chat box, please?
Yes, I will do. So mine is So that's my email address, or my colleague Anna. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Can you hear that? So,
thank you.
is that okay?
Yes, everything is okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening to me, everyone. And I hope, you know, the information you've received is helpful.
Herkese katıldığı için teşekkür ediyoruz arkadaşlar. Görüşmek üzere. İyi akşamlar.